Gen Z is becoming illiterate. Not me though. Not me though. It's y'all maybe. No, genuinely, bro, I'd be concerned with the amount of people that are like illiterate and don't even like try to gauge things. You know the worst? Yo, I hate how just see a headline and just believe it. Bro, the headline could be posted by Poopy News Political Source 542 and people believe it. Hold on, let me see if I can search up 5th grade reading book example. I'll show you how good my reading is. Junie B said that B stands for Beatrice, but she does not like Beatrice. She just likes B and oh yeah, this can't smell or spell. Wow, grammar. Wow, okay, that's bad. Wait, I'm not illiterate, I swear. Reading about weather in books is one thing, but living through a natural disaster was another. Even though the flood was not too bad, I was not prepared for what it was really like. It all started 2 days ago. It was a rainy day like every other rainy day I okay. I'm reading too fast. You know what? I'm literate. I'm very literate. So go to see this.
Out of all the problems that Gen Z has, never in a million years would I have ever imagined that Gen Z cannot read. But in all honesty, I should have seen this coming. Do y'all
To be fair, what do they say? Like half the American population can't read. I'm pretty sure. Let me search it up. 21%. Basically, 1 out of 5 people you see is illiterate. That's really bad. It says 21% of adults in the US are illiterate in 2024. 50. Wow. Oh my God, this is bad. I'm watching a video about illiteracy and I'm being illiterate. What am I doing? 54% of adults have illiteracy below a 6th grade level. 20% are below 5th grade level. The school system is fucked up, bro. It's so fucked up and they'll never change it, dog. Y'all know the crazy thing about the American school system? They literally prioritize profits. They don't prioritize education. And a lot of the universities too will add certain things to appease the government just so they keep getting funding from the government and stuff. Like not everything in America gotta be fucking capitalistic, bro. Capitalismistic, whatever the word's called. I don't care.
remember back in the day, there was always a time in class where we were doing popcorn reading. The teacher would assign us a little
I actually don't remember if I had this like that. I don't think I got, did y'all get a lot of popcorn reading growing up and stuff? I remember when I was like very young, I have a core memory of doing popcorn reading. I was nervous as but I remember I did really good.
Graph here and there, we would each have to pick another classmate, and there was always one kid in the back of the class saying table, stuttering like he's a DJ making a mixtape or something. And those kids from back in high school grew up to become Kai Cenat.
Every warrior of life has felt afraid.
No, this nigga Kai is illiterate as bro. Every time he reads anything, he's gonna stutter at least like 4 or 5 times.
Of ongoing has suffered for the most trifling.
Everybody laughed it off as if it wasn't foreshadowing to a larger issue we're dealing with today. And that is, of course, that Gen Zers can't read. The other day, I seen this post right here. 19-year-old Connecticut girl sues former high school for letting her graduate without the ability to read or write. She's taking...
Hey guys, Tom NFG here. Did you know only half of you guys are subscribed and even less of you guys have noties on? I hate to be a burden, but you know, I really appreciate it if you hit that sub button and the little bell next to it, you know? It doesn't take long. I know you can get mixed up in the algorithm and everything. But yeah, also tune into the streams, you know? We have a lot of fun over there, I'm telling you. We have a lot of parties going on over there. Yeah, that's it, bye. Damn.
What? And you know what's crazy? That's very common. The problem is, I would say genuinely in America, if they like fully made it so you had to like pass like the correct way, meaning you're fully literate, you understand shit, over 50% of people wouldn't even pass high school. Because America focuses on getting you out. Because they want someone to look like, oh, well, you know, you go through high school, everybody graduates here. You at least graduate high school. You know, straight up just don't even graduate high school, you're cooked. I'm not gonna lie, but.
legal action against her former high school after graduating with honors, despite barely
Honors?
being able to read or write. She earned a high school diploma and even a college.
Crazy thing is, y'all, I was in honors classes and I was like, damn, bro, I'm not that smart. Why am I in these classes? But y'all, compared to my school and where I grew up, like, bro, my school was ghetto. I was like the honor student there. And like, it wasn't even crazy. I just had like a good GPA. I had like a 3.5 GPA. Like, I would think honors would be like, I don't know, like 3.8 or like 4.0 GPA or something like that.
Scholarship. She alleges she can hardly hold a pencil and reads at a 1st grade level. I have a lot of questions. Number one, okay, you got to high school. How did you even make it to high school? How did you pass elementary? How did you pass middle school? How did you even manage to pass those classes? For example, for math, you got to follow some type of instructions, my guy. It's not like you're just putting numbers together. No, there's a whole recipe. You need to learn how to read the directions. Don't get me started on English class. What are you doing in English class? And then once you finish high school, assuming you somehow are allowed to miraculously pass your classes, you manage to get a honors diploma. Buddy, I didn't even get no damn honors diploma. Okay, well, I'm not the smartest, sharpest tool in the shed, but like, and as a matter of fact, now that we're on that, parents, where are the parents? Caretakers, guardians, somebody, aunties, uncles, siblings, somebody older. We need a word of guidance. Like, damn, am I overreacting?
A lot of times too, I mean, sure, with them, their parents are probably working their 9 to 5 all day, and they come home and like barely even talk to their kid for real.
To the situation or what? Wait, where did this take place? Actually, that's a real question. Connecticut. This is Connecticut education right here. Hey, anybody watch this right now in Connecticut?
Y'all know the crazy thing about America? I'm pretty sure the most educated place, y'all wouldn't believe it. Let me get top 3. No, one of them you wouldn't believe. All right, y'all ready? Massachusetts, Maryland, and Vermont. What does Vermont know? I don't know about Maryland, dude, because Maryland, we got Baltimore, man. Has to be bringing us down like a large amount. I thought Alabama was up here or something. Like, I remember seeing that, and I was like, what? It's all of like the East Coast states, bro. Holy shit. Cali at 29 is crazy. The most populated state of 29. Yeah, Massachusetts #1. I mean, shit, Massachusetts got Harvard. Wait, where's Harvard located? Hold up, I can't look stupid now. Okay. We good. It's Massachusetts.
Connecticut, this is y'all education level. I automatically think that you have a 1.0 GPA. You're not that smart and you're not gonna amount to much. Just playing. Shout out to Connecticut. How can she read the lawsuit? Wait, how did she get to high school without being able to? Shouldn't she sue the elementary? That's sue everybody. Sue your parents, sue your mom, sue your dad, sue your grandpa, sue the education system, sue the high school, sue the middle school. Who taught her to sue is the real question. She gonna have to graduate again.
Yeah, how did she even like know how to like read the lawsuit paper and be able to come to the terms like, oh, this is suing? This is what that means?
You got a free ride. Now learn it on YouTube, bro. Not everything is a game, bro. Not everything is just about free and price and money, bro. These are basic concepts of education that we all need on a fundamental level. Now, obviously, initially, people are gonna laugh at it. People are gonna be like, haha, 19-year-old who can't read and write. This is crazy. Let's point and laugh at the girl because she's a dumbass. But at the same time, bro, you gotta think this is kind of sad, bro. Regardless, it seems like everybody is at some amount of fault. The parents, the school system, and even maybe her to an extent. But now that I think about it, the more time goes on, the more we
But you're in honors classes and graduate? That's impossible.
get away from reading anyways. We don't even read books or really write anyways. We're all doing computer work on our hands, typing away. We're looking at technology, and we've gotten away from
So speak for yourself. I read a book a day.
actual physical literature. Bro, you don't even read books. Bro, yes I do. Okay, then name 5 books. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do this. Moby Dick, Captain Underpants, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, 50 Shades of Grey, and Avatar. Let's go!
You got me there. Hold on, what y'all know about this book right here? Stop playing, stop
I know a lot about it, which is the book is named The Giver. I don't know anything about it.
playing. Or this one right here. Or this
Fahrenheit 451 is low-key peak.
one right here. Shout out Gary Paulson. I actually read all these books back in the day. Do I read any more? Definitely not. But hey, we got to get back into reading. But not only do we not read books, our newfound lingo is so like lazy. This is an example of our new
Oh my god, this is just the average TikTok comment section, bro.
newfound vocabulary and the words or vernacular we choose to use on a daily basis. ICL, UPMO, and
Let me see if I can actually like break it down. I can't lie, you piss me off, and this shit pissing me off so much. Not gonna lie, are you for real right now? Be for real. I hate this shit. Why are you so for real with me right now? Cause LOL, I'm on.
TS, PMO, SM, NGL, RUFR, RN, BFR, I hate TS, why are you so B, so for FR, WME, RN, CZ, LO, OMS,
Sounds like a robot reading off some code.
can't lie. I'm not reading all this, bro. And you know how I know this is not just a troll? Because sadly, I know exactly what all this means. Not to mention,
Yeah, if I fully went through this, I could like break it down and know what it means.
this post was made by an entire sports team professional verified account, which is an NBA team. For anybody who needs translation, I can't lie, you pissed me off. And this shit pissed me off so much, not gonna lie. Are you for real right now? Because for real, I hate you. Okay, maybe I can't. This kind of reminds me of that time where I was on the internet scrolling around and seeing like a little mini sentence paragraph, maybe like 3 sentences, and people in the
I
comments
ain't
section-
reading all that. Yo, that was the worst thing ever, bro. I remember on TikTok, it used to be peak on anime TikTok. You could give like the greatest response ever or something like that, defending yourself, and they'd be like, I ain't reading all that. I don't even care, bro. Yo, I low-key want to bring that back, bro. Anytime somebody says some bullshit about me, I'm just gonna put like, I ain't reading all that.
You're like, yeah, we not reading all that, bro. Like, how lazy have we really got? And I can just scroll down. Watch.
That
Don't
was
stay
so
employed for too long. Don't get a job. I'll make veiny dick with your head. I got you up because this shit what you said, and I
It's so funny, bruh, because in the future, bro, y'all about to be made fun of for this fucking shit. It's gonna be called corny in the future. Kids in the future gonna be like, man, this is what y'all was laughing at. This shit not funny. This is so unfunny.
Yeah. If you're older than the age of like
I don't have any feelings about it. It's just not that funny to me.
27 years old, you probably
Someone
don't
translate this, they could.
know any of what this means. The thing is, it's not even just the youth who has this problem. There are some people who are a little bit older on the older side who have the same issue.
I don't think I ever learned how to read properly, but I didn't realize this until I was in college. When I would read, I'd be like looking at the book, but I'd be like making up my own story in my head. Like, I lost the...
No. The problem with me, y'all, is I would literally be reading some shit. This is before, like, my attention span was even brain rot as much as it now. I would be reading something and I just go off track. Like, my brain would be reading the words, but my brain wasn't interpreting it. I was looking at words, reading, but my brain wasn't fully consuming it. That's why I had to take a bunch of breaks every time I read. That slowly should have been the realization to me that social media was rotting my brain.
Ability to read. I either cannot focus for a very long time or I have to read the same words literally 5
And
times.
yeah, no, I'd be doing that a lot, yeah.
To process it.
When are we going to have a conversation about the fact that a lot of adults do not know how to read?
This right here.
But to be fair, like, do you know how many words there is now? They add like 1,000 words every year. I can't remember all those words.
There is a man named Oliver Speaks. He is
I'm
known
an
for
adult
creating
learning how to
content
read.
based on his journey to learning how to read. All right, Oliver, this does not have anything to do with reading.
I'm a 35-year-old man who struggles with reading. In elementary school, I was placed in special education. They were allowed to restrain us, beat us, kind of locking me in like little, like...
Yo, I've heard like special ed classes are actually like they actually like don't do a lot of teaching. It's actually like genuinely sad though. Like a lot of times, y'all, what they'll do is, especially in black communities and shit, is they'll see a kid who can't read because maybe he just didn't have good teachers or he just didn't have a good public funded school. They'll put him in a sped class and the kid doesn't learn anything and he grows up illiterate. Bro, even when I was in high school, bro, I literally knew like kids, bro, all they knew, bro, was hoodling and shit. Like they didn't know how to like read or they were like, it was just crazy, bro. It was crazy.
Dungeons and stuff where in those things you're not really reading at all.
And the comment section of this post right here definitely shows how many people that face this issue or relate to this issue. Like, I'm almost 21 and still struggling. Thanks for this video. I love this video. I still have a hard time reading. I was in special ed as well. I'm 30 years old. Now, obviously, we can recognize...
I think it's good to admit, like, something like that. It might be embarrassing. Like, people might be like, damn, you can't read or something like that. But it's good to know. Like, I respect that from people, you know? Problem is online, bro. People gonna be like, damn, bro, you can't read? Stupid ass nigga. They'll say something like that. It's like, bro, some people just didn't have the same luxuries as you. They may have grew up differently. They may have not had the proper parenting. Some shit may have happened.
The problem, a lot of reasons why I want to make this video is because I want to find out exactly why this is happening. I have my own opinions that I'm going to share, but this is the part where we conduct a little bit of research. So, why half of Gen Z can't read? As a result of government incentives and failed policies in education, 20% of the US lacks skills in communication, reading comprehension, critical thinking, math, and literacy. California is supposed to have the most progressive education system. Californian citizen right here, comparable to the infamous systems in states like Massachusetts and New York. However, their 8th graders cannot do math above a 5th grade level. Damn.
That's
California
insane.
education. Can I do math? Yes, bro. I passed calculus with a 90. Don't. Hey. In 2013, 14% of adult Americans could not read above a 3rd grade level, and 30.
Yeah, I've heard the thing, not to make it political, but it's kind of something that might happen. But I've heard Trump been saying, oh, we're going to abolish the Department of Education because it doesn't teach people well or something. Is that going to help overall or be worse? Because, like, I know in America, the Department of Education, it guarantees an education for everybody. So, like, removing it, is that going to, like, letting the states control that? Because I understand the defense. Obviously, the Department of Education isn't helping everybody because people aren't literate. But also, like, if you remove it, then a bunch of people aren't going to be getting education too. Just reform. Yeah, I think it's just more just, bro, we need politicians that aren't corrupt that can step up and actually fix the education system. Not get bribed by whatever companies. Like, bro, step up, research into it, see ways to improve it. That is the main way to do it.
4% could not read above an 8th grade level. So half of adult Americans can't read above an 8th grade level. Not to mention that means 50% could not read well enough to distinguish a phone number. Damn, bro. And this is America we're talking, right?
Distinguish a phone number. That's bad. There's no way. There's no way. I refuse to believe people see a phone number and they're like, what are those numbers? I think that's over dramatizing it.
We're supposed to be making decisions as a democracy, making votes when over half of the people cannot read well enough to distinguish a phone number, bro. Now imagine how many of these people are falling victim to propaganda and other tactics. And that's a real issue that we have to talk about later in the video, because reading is political. Reading is everything, bro. Without comprehension, what do you really have? Gen Z is reaping the consequences of decades of excessive government intervention in schools, as well as the adoption and implementation of failed educational policies like social emotional learning, Common Core state standards, No Child Left Behind, etc. And the crazy part is I can actually relate to this. I was actually a
No Child Left Behind gotta be one of the worst government policies of all time. Yo, that's literally the policy. If I'm not wrong, George Bush made it, and it's like you have to pass a standardized test or some shit. Child Left Behind, everybody got left behind after that shit. Nobody made it.
homeschool from grades 1 through 5. And with homeschool, you're probably going to be learning from your parents. Except my parents didn't really know what was going on, and I didn't really learn much of anything. It don't matter if you know or you don't know. If you get bad grades, whatever, you kind of move on to the next grade. So I was passing my classes from 1st grade through 5th grade. I knew the fundamentals, how to read, and I could understand stuff, but especially in math, I was severely lacking. Then I got to 6th grade.
I'm trash at math, bro. That was the one thing I always struggled at in school. I was good at everything else.
And I went to a charter school, which is partially public. And I remember vividly on the first day of school, we took an exam to gauge our knowledge level to see where we're at. So boom, we're doing the exam, whatever. I'm doing my little 5 times 5, 6 times 6s. Next day we come back, everybody gets their papers back. My homie on the right, A+. My homie on the left, A-. Me, I failed it, bro. I remember I went home from school that day, just depressed. That night, looked myself in the mirror and just cried for like an hour. Didn't tell nobody, just cried. Thinking to myself, damn, I am not smart. I'm dumb. And this was because I took
No, that's the worst, bro. I would hate to be in an environment where like I'm just the dumbest one.
pride in my
I was good at algebra 1, the first algebra. When they started introducing geometry, my whole shit got cooked. I remember too, I was literally in 7th grade, bro.
education. That feeling of dumbness, stupidity,
Like
idiocy.
there was literally no point for me to ever know the measure of a shape or like the area or something. I would literally never. I'm not about to be a structural engineer or something making construction plans.
Or see, whatever you want to call it, made me look at myself, wipe my
Geometry
tears and
pisses me
say,
off.
I'm never gonna feel this feeling ever again. By the time the semester was over, I had a 4.0. I locked in, taught myself everything on YouTube.
good.
But it goes to show that the school system is kind of weird. Like, they were passing me in elementary for damn near no reason, and I was actually behind. And whenever I hear from my siblings who are like in elementary, you know, the younger ages, they talk about how they don't be learning jack shit in those classes.
Yo, that's why low-key when I see somebody that like got held back, I'm like, holy you are sped. I knew a dude that literally couldn't graduate with our class because he got held back. How do you get held back? The school system in America literally be passing anybody. At that point, it was your choice to deliberately do that.
Classes. The kids don't really want to learn, and the teachers don't even really want to teach. And I kind of understand it because, bro, the kids are supposed to be learning certain things from their parents. By the time they get to the teachers are like, bro, where is your manners? You're not even trying to listen. You're not paying attention. Plus, they're not even getting paid enough for this shit. And everybody suffers.
Something only teachers will understand is the saying that I love teaching, but I hate education. I just hate education. I hate everything about this just career. I love
For the people who are a little bit older and who are low-key lacking in literacy or start
Yo, that's why a lot of times, I don't know if a lot of people don't know, but like in private schools, teachers will literally like take a hit on their salary. Like, I'm not even joking. They'll get paid less, choose to get paid less compared to going to a public school because they know the kids there are going to be, you know, like more mannered and stuff because their parents are paying for the school. They're not going to like act up or anything or be wild. And it's like, that is so insane to me, bro. There's a lot of teachers that truly do love teaching. Like, I feel like if you go into teaching, a lot of teachers like actually like the thing they learned about. Like, maybe they got like a degree or something in university and they're like, damn, I can't get a job with this, but at least I can teach and tell people about my passion. People don't be caring about that shit, bro. Teachers don't even get paid much. They don't, bro. Teaching, I'm telling you, in the future we're gonna have a crazy teaching shortage. Mark my words right now, save this. They're gonna start using AI. They already started using AI. They're gonna literally like have AI teachers and shit. We basically already have that because a lot of teachers get their plans set up for the year. They get a whole book set up for the year, right? That's already made for them by the school or whatever. They post the shit online. Even when I was in college, bro, this teacher posted all of the assignments for the year and we're supposed to pace yourself and do it yourself. You're not teaching at that point.
I feel that fall off. I'm gonna tell you some of the reasons why people from the ages of like 10 to 20 are having trouble with their reading and having record lows of comprehension. Number one, phones, screen time. Specifically speaking about short form content like things on TikTok, you're flooded with small stimulating videos where you can just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and fry yourself, wasting precious
Yo, what happened to the Subway Surfers videos? Those stopped on TikTok. Y'all notice that?
time of the day. If you're watching this video right now, be honest, bro. What is your screen time? I'll be honest, bro. My screen time is crazy. It's like 11 hours. Bro, I'm not better than you or nothing. Focus, focus, focus.
I
Screen
think my shit this week's probably like 11.
time for the day, 13 hours and 31 minutes. It's a little higher because I was up, you know, all night.
God damn, bro. How many hours you got on
Focus.
Twitch?
Screen time for the
Damn, bro. Hello, you be watching the stream, my streams? Or is that all Sala, huh?
day, 13 hours and 31 minutes. It's a little higher because I was up, you know, all night waiting for that Playboy Cardi to drop. But regardless, we all gotta do a better job of getting off our devices, touching grass anyways, interacting with other people,
Probably
but also
16 hours
spend
on
more
weekends.
time reading, spend more time writing, consuming just
I actually been using my phone a lot less.
better content. Visiting things like, I don't know, more social watching more of my videos. my videos. Me. Watch me. Like and subscribe. Besides short form content, for the people who are in school right now, you know how easy and tempting it is to use artificial intelligence to do your entire assignment? I can go on ChatGPT right now and tell it to write an entire 15-page essay about why slavery was actually a good thing.
Yo, ChatGPT, what is we doing? Slavery was seen as essential to sustaining the prosperity of the South, which was intertwined with global markets. It dead ass did it, bro.
You get the point. What's the point of even spending time and effort processing scholastic education when I could just type the prompt into an artificial intelligence?
Y'all know what's crazy? The sad thing about that too is like people will actually say that. I've heard that excuse. They'll be like, we brought them from Africa. Everybody was living perfectly fine in Africa. Even if they think it's by their standards wrong, like let's say by their, I don't know, racist standards. Oh, you're living in huts or something, this and that, even though that wasn't actually everybody. There's actually a lot of people that still think Africa's like that, even though like it's not, but bro, they were living happily and fine. I think they were perfectly fine being free people and, you know, living with their families and shit.
And get the answer like that. You can cheat on any assignment, you can cheat on any project, especially in a class you don't feel any interest in, which by the way, that's like 99% of every class. Nobody really cares about William Shakespeare on a Tuesday morning while I'm trying to play Fortnite with the bros. There's a tons of more interesting things than school. And everybody who's been in school has faced that. But at the end of the day, bro, we still had to thug it out. We still had to thug it through to get these assignments done, do our own research, cite our sources. Because at the end of the day, yes, it's boring, but you're also teaching yourself how to learn, how to do research, how to verify if articles are in fact legit, how to study, how to quote people. All the fundamental elements of English or the things that you need to learn are taught to you from doing assignments. Like, bro, me trying to do an assignment without using AI, I can't anymore. What are you gonna do when you need to get a real...
Oh yeah, I've been using ChatGPT way too much to just ask for shit. I wasn't using it really a lot at first, but then when I realized it could like solve like certain complex things, like I could just take a picture of something and tell it what the problem is, I started using it a lot more. We get f***ed over by AI, I'm a victim.
Job. I genuinely don't know how I got through so many years of school without AI. Best part about the real world. It just feels better knowing...
Okay, we didn't have AI, but we had like the answers were online. You know what I mean, y'all? Like we had, what's that name of that shit? Thing where you find all the answers on. You know what I'm talking about? Quizlet. Yeah, Quizlet. Quizlet and Brainly. If you searched up the question on some shit, the answer will pop up online. Now I would say if you went from like 20 years ago or something when there was no, like, you really couldn't search up the answer online, this and that, to what it is now, then yeah, that's like crazy life changing. But like I feel like for Gen Z, we still had like relatively easy ways to do work because teachers never make original answers from the sheets be from websites. No, that's what I'm saying. Teachers will literally get mad at you and like, oh, you cheated? What? My nigga, you cheated. You took the questions online and gave it to people. Aren't you supposed to come up with the questions yourself? The teachers that actually do that, okay, they could say something about cheating.
When you're getting the right answers. This is not a one-off thing. There are tons and tons of posts like this.
Oh man, the bullshit piled up so fast in Vietnam, you needed wings to stay above it.
Like the people who saying I cannot do an assignment without using AI, that should tell you, bro, that your brain is overly fried. You gotta get off the devices, you gotta get off the technology, stop using artificial intelligence, and go back to the basics.
Bro, even if you just like search up shit on Google and try to do it normally, Google's gonna give you the answer for AI. You can't turn off the Google AI thing they have now.
Bro, every person who graduates college, graduates high school, should be able to type out an entire essay about something that they're interested in, 5-page essay with solid grammar and things like that. Another thing besides that, I think the media we consume is low-key brain rot, like the music a lot of us listen to, sex, drugs.
Nah, bro, yeah, really thinking of it, especially rap. Yo, we went like 20 years ago from like super lyrical schmiracle to Cardi going like, and it's like, it be hidden, but like, damn, we gotta talk about it. How the f did we go from like super lyrical breakdowns of fucking rap and shit to what we have now? And like, if you listen to that old shit, bro, people are like, man, that's corny, bro. You listen to that lyrical schmiracle shit. We really break it down, not to be that guy, but if we really break it down, it's kind of the literacy, man.
Drugs, money. I'm not telling you to listen to William Shakespeare. I'm not telling you to watch, I don't know, Alexander Hamilton. Listen to Mozart. But when all we're doing is consuming terrible media, it turns our brains into mush, dude. And then there are people who are unable to listen to music and comprehend the deeper meaning within certain stuff. Not even just music, actually, like anime. Like there are people who be like, oh, this show is not political. This show doesn't have any deeper meaning. You're not comprehending this thing at the level that you should be for your age. And when all we do is consume short form content, use artificial intelligence for assignments, consume brain rot music, use redundant slang, don't read books. What do you think is going to happen to our literacy and comprehension level? It's going to fall off the chain. Gen Z is having a literacy crisis. Some of us can't read. A lot of us definitely can't comprehend. Let me know what you think down below. Do you think that there is a problem with comprehension, literacy, reading?
I think comprehension is really bad, bro. Like really bad. And you know what ruined it? Twitter. Twitter has destroyed like people's brains. And then what else? What's another social media example? I mean, TikTok, obviously. People will not even try to comprehend some shit. They'll see something and then just immediately get on it, bro. Yo, yeah, I don't even know, bro. I didn't even talk about this stream, but y'all probably saw my video about on the main channel, the femcel epidemic. I'm not even joking, bro. I said in the video, right? Somebody's probably gonna take the thumbnail of the video, screenshot it without context, and then just call me like a misogynist. And that happened on everything. Some girl like tweeted or some shit and it went like semi-viral. I don't even care, bro, because those type of people are just brain rotted. Where on Twitter, you can check it. Like, I don't even care about it, but they literally took it, said some shit, and then a bunch of people just said, oh, like he hates all women. It's like, bro, what? Not shocked, but that's the point we're at. People don't want to comprehend some shit. They'll just see something and then just assume a bunch of shit. Tell me you haven't watched the video without telling me you haven't watched the video. And then he also blocked me too after. When I tweeted at him, he like blocked me after. That's the worst thing too. Niggas will say some shit and mute fucking reply so nobody can say nothing. Like, stop being a pussy, bro. I don't really care if people hate on me on Twitter. It's not the first time, it won't be the last. That specific situation really pissed me off because the person didn't want to face any criticism themselves from people, from y'all that may have saw it and defended me. And then they also blocked me, so I couldn't even interact with their shit or even say nothing. Anyways, going back to this. Yeah, it's just kind of like, that's kind of the state we're in of shit, pretty much. People see some shit, they don't want to comprehend, they'll just say something and not comprehend it.
In the Gen Z age range, you do think so? Whose fault do you think it is? Do you think it's the parent? Do you think it's the teacher? Do you think it's the schools? Do you think it's the government? Do you think it's the kids? Do you think it's the technology? And also, of course, let me know if it's not that deep and you think it's not that serious, because at the end of the day, maybe I'm just talking. To me, it's that deep because, as I said before, there's a lot of things that are impacted by literacy, like politics. As crazy as it sounds, you don't even know if you're being controlled or not. You don't know if you're being played like a puppet by the masterminds above. If you don't know how.
That's what I be saying too all the time, bro. Like, people don't realize, bro, from both political sides, y'all have a lot more in common. They don't realize because the politicians that get paid, they get sponsored, dude. They literally get sponsored, bro. A lot of them behind closed doors, even though they might not like each other's policies, they be cooling because they be getting money from people. Gazer? Nah. But like, dead ass is true though. And that's the type of shit that really be pissing me off. And I realize it's literally the rich versus the poor. Dog, it is the top 0.1% making everybody else fight. It doesn't matter your political side. Honestly, before I would have said something different, maybe with like the more democratic and liberal side. But after I started seeing AIPAC and how much the politicians are controlled by it and whatnot, I'm like, holy shit, all of these niggas is controlled, dog. Before I would have said, okay, maybe the democratic side is less controlled by money and shit. They're all for the buying. It doesn't matter. People will get mad at that. Bro, people have complained like, oh, Tommy, you're always taking the centrist side, this and that. Gang, how about no side, bro? How about I'm a human being, dog, that understands and breaks down shit. It's not just brain rotted by either side. Like, I'm not even joking. I be getting complaints about that a lot. People be like, oh, you have such a middle ground take, this and that. Dog, I have a fucking human take. I see some shit, I disagree and agree with it. That is a human take. But now on the internet, for some reason, that's a controversial thing.
Comprehend things. To me, reading comprehensions is the basis of pretty much everything there is in life. But that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, join me in the Discord link in the.
Hey man, W Law video. I kind of yapped this video. But yeah, man, make sure y'all go ahead, sub to Law, man. But yeah, man, if you're watching the YouTube, make sure to join the Discord and watch the stream.
Subscribe to Tommy NFG.